Jim, you must be pleased with what you saw out there today.
Really pleased with the result, and how we started the game was really important this afternoon. After a really good performance down in Greenock on Tuesday night, it was really key that we didn't underestimate the Arbroath opposition today, and that's been the message in the build up to the game. And full credit to the players. I thought it was very professional from start to finish. The only one criticism I had at half time was, we were all a bit frustrated that it was only 2-0. And while it is at 2-0, the opposition are always in the game because the next goal is vital. And, Arbroath showed last week against Wraith Rovers that they don't throw the towel in, that they're willing to keep going right till the end. And, the message at half time was get the next goal. If we do that, then it will definitely take the wind out of our sails, and that proved to be the case.
Set pieces obviously account for the first 2 goals to get us off to a flyer. I know that's something that we worked quite hard on in training, so that must have been pleasing.
Yeah, I think we've had a good success rate in terms of goals from corners this season. There's a lot of elements that need to fall into place in order to get the goal at the end of it, but the deliveries today have been really good from Middleton and from Miller Thompson, and the boys are there to put the ball in the back of the net at the end of it. So really pleased with the first half performance, the chances that we created. As I said, we should have been 4 or 5-0 up at half time, but the second half was really, really professional. They didn't get complacent. There was no real sloppiness throughout. Everybody doing their jobs diligently, and the substitutes that came on added that little bit of freshness. They all made an impact in one way or another, and no more so than Alex Grieve. I think he deserves a special mention. He's waited patiently because of how well Tony and Louis have been doing, and he was excellent second half. I love the unselfishness of when he's through 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. He's desperate to get himself off the mark and get his first goal for Dundee United, and the fact that he's just willing to square that across the face for Tony to get a tap in from 6 yards is what we're all about as a team. We're not bothered about individual honours. It's all about the group, and Alex, summed that up there today.
Just on the subs, it was obviously nice to be in that winning position where you can take the likes of Doc off with half an hour to go with next week in mind.
Yeah, and Louis Moult as well at half time. Louis' hamstring was kind of tightening up in the first 45 minutes. He probably could have got through it, but we're not at a stage where we want to be taking any unnecessary risks with our key players. Louis hasn't played 3 games in a week for probably 5 or 6 years, I would imagine. So it was important that we made that decision at half time. I'm in the fortunate position that I've got someone of Grieve's quality to come on and replace him and just carry out the same role and do it as well as what he done. Was very, very pleasing. Docherty obviously has had his injury issues throughout the course of the campaign, so it's very important that we just look after him. And when the third goal goes in, straight away we're thinking about getting him off the park and trying to protect him. It's a good opportunity for the squad players as well to get some valuable minutes.
Obviously today marked the start of the final quarter, and it's nice to be able to build a wee bit of momentum going into the last 8 games.
Yes, definitely. Unbeaten in 3 now. A couple of clean sheets back to back. 2 difficult games prior to this one. Away from home, Partick and Morton. They don't come much harder than that. To take 4 points from that was pleasing. But to go into the start of the final quarter with a really convincing victory like today will give the group a lot of confidence. And we're continuously trying to push the bar. We're not satisfied. At the moment we have to try and keep getting more out of ourselves individually, and for me to try and continue to get more out of the group is really important between now and the end of the season.
Those first couple of goals as well made it a nice atmosphere, relaxed atmosphere in the stadium for the majority of the game.
Yeah, we haven't been consistent enough here at home for one reason or another, and it was really pleasing to be able to give the supporters something to get out of their seat about. It probably should have scored another 2 or 3 goals, but I thought there was really good passages of play throughout the afternoon. When we moved the ball quickly, we're a hard team to play against. At times we've been guilty of being a little bit slow in possession. So, it's a great result. It's just another one that we tick off the list now. We don't get carried away. We've got a really important game next Friday away to Dunfermline. A team that we've found things difficult against in the season so far. So we're preparing for another very difficult game on Friday evening, but we'll take a lot of confidence from today's game.